I'll make a statement. First, I'd like to credit Butler. And I thought they had an outstanding crowd and an incredible Big East atmosphere. I know we had a few fans of our own. It was just an incredible atmosphere to play a game in. I thought Butler was really prepared and ready. I thought they set the tone really throughout the entire first half. They ran too fast for us. They screened too hard. They had too much purpose. They blocked shots. They were physical. And they just represented something that just was too difficult for our guys to fathom. I mean, we scored 21 points in the first half and had 4 assists. We're not a perfect team, but I don't know if that's happened in a 20-minute segment the entire year. The look in our guys' eyes is a concern for me. They had very little confidence, and I credit Butler because, to me, just the way Butler ran their offense, played the game with intensity in front of their home crowd, it overwhelmed us. We did a better job in the second half, but you can't pick and choose, and you certainly have to be as ready as you need to be and compete from the start to finish. And I'll also tell you, I've never seen a play like the last play of the game for us. We made a free throw. It wasn't a fast break opportunity. And we had 5 players meet Butler's players at half court for no reason. And we created a breakaway layup. It's just senseless. I mean, they set a screen on Souley Boum, and the guy dribbled and just went full speed at the rim because all 5 of our players were standing next to their man at half court. It wasn't a broken play. I mean, we literally could have had 5 players on the other side of half court, and if Butler makes the shot, they make it. And I credit them for getting to the basket, and whether that was a good call or bad call is irrelevant. We didn't deserve to win. So that's really where I'm at. We have Marquette on Wednesday, and same thing. You know, we've had a great season to this point in many ways. But, man, I really don't have many answers in terms of our approach to this game, how it felt in the first half, and just not being able to respond to a team that was ready, playing hard, physical, and executing, which Butler was.
When you are concerned about the look in the eyes, what do you do? What do you do?
You know, we're playing one man down without Zach Fremantle, and, you know, we're in our 3rd game without Zach. The first 2 games, you know, we hung in there. We were at home. This is different. We're on the road now. And, you know, our depth is a challenge. We have to be able to get, you know, when you have depth, the answer is real easy. A couple guys have to sit down. And, but I think for us, you know, we have to kind of take a look at who we are and really kind of understand that, like in every game we play, it starts with your readiness, your effort level, your competitive spirit. When you play against a team like Butler tonight that had all of those things, and you don't have them at the beginning, you're in an uphill battle. We're very fortunate that we weren't down by a bigger score at the half.
What do you tell your guys after this performance? Like, what do you want them walking out of here thinking about?
You know, I'm not sure. You know, I'll also tell you this, Manny Bates, he was 9 for 10 from the floor, 19 points, 3 assists, and 1 turnover. He was terrific, and I tip my hat to him. He also had 5 blocked shots. He was a guy that we had a hard time dealing with. We post-trapped him a couple times, and he's a good passer. We knew that. There are times when we were effective with it. There are times when we weren't. Some of it, again, is just execution of something like that. But I thought he was really tremendous. And Jaden Taylor, again, 9 for 11 from the free throw line, 20 points. I know he's gone 19 points, and now 20 points. And he's really playing well for Butler. But, you know, those 2 guys right there, we really struggled. And again, they shot 54% for the game. We're an offensive team. You know, we struggle to defend, and when you're on the road, you better be playing at least with tremendous effort. But I didn't think our effort level was very good tonight.
One last question.
Coach, the timeout in the late game situation, just how does that happen? And just obviously that was a big swing of momentum there.
Yeah, we talked about that we have no timeouts. It's something that we remind our players. And, you know, I think Jack, because it was a loose ball, the emotion of diving on the floor for the loose ball, you know, made a mistake. But that single play didn't determine the game. It's like, hey, I can't believe Jack Nunji called a timeout. In the heat of the battle, diving on the floor, you don't want it to happen, but it happened. What I don't understand is, with 9 seconds left in the game, how we're not ready for the other team off of a made free throw to put the game in overtime. I mean, they really didn't have to work to score the last shot. The guy just used the screen and went to the rim because all 5 of our defenders were at half court. I watched it. I've never seen anything like that. And I think it's kind of cognizant, it's kind of, for me, just who our team is in a game like this. We weren't locked in. And again, when you play Butler at home, executing, great crowd, guys showing up, playing really hard, they overwhelmed us with their readiness. They overwhelmed us. I mean, we were, again, fortunate to not be down by more points at halftime. We were fortunate.
Yes, sir.
All right, we're gonna go straight to questions. Whoever wants the first one.
Coach, we talked after the game against St. John's, a wild finish, maybe even more wild tonight. I'm going to ask you again, walk me through it. What's the last 45 seconds like in tonight's game for you?
I don't know. I'm still kind of numb from it all, to be honest with you. No, and Jay and I talked about it. He had made a mistake and on the foul there, but you know, from Eric's drive, they executed exactly what we wanted to do. You know, we probably gave him too good of a look up the sideline. Kind of reminded me of like 2010 Michigan Garden, Evan Turner. But I'm so damn proud of this basketball team. I don't even care about the last 45 seconds, to be honest with you, because these guys competed like crazy, and you know, we just completed a 3 and 6, and we just asked them to go out and play as hard as they possibly could, and I thought, you know, in the first half, and I said this at halftime, we probably had 15 to 20 like extraordinary plays, guys flying around and making plays, and you know, as I told them at halftime, I said I wrote on the board 66 and 12. I said, does anybody know what that means? And they're like, no. I said, well, we're shooting 66% from the floor, and we got 12 turnovers. We got to do a better job taking care of the basketball, and we did that. You know, we didn't make shots the way we did in the first half, but they kept competing. Like I said, I don't know if I've ever been prouder of this basketball team than I am tonight.
Coach, we talked at the St. John's game about building on anything, that any positive momentum is good momentum, but how much confidence just in winning time did pulling out that game, did that any of that transfer over today, and just again helping you in crunch time to have the confidence that you can
I think it did. I mean, you'd have to ask these guys, but I know this. I had more confidence, and I told them even after the Marquette game. You know, when these guys are dialed in, they're playing hard. they're fun to coach. I mean, and I've said this all along. They're a great group of guys, and as hard as they worked, you know, we needed something like this to happen. We needed a week like this, to be honest with you, and we got to take a deep breath and you know, get ourselves healed up as much as we can and get some rest and get ready to go again.
Hey, Jaden. Sean was very complimentary of both you guys. Like, went on and on about you and your so good stuff. I say that to set up. What happened on that timeout? I'm on that foul.
So it was just a simple brain fart. Eric had came up to me before I shot the first free throw, before I shot the first free throw, and told me, like, when I make both of these, we're gonna be up 3. And he said foul, like, cause we were gonna be up 3. And I'm thinking, like, yeah, I'm gonna make both and I'm gonna foul. Like, I already had my mind set on that because I assumed I was gonna make both. I missed the second, and I just simple brain fart, and I was just trying to listen, because we've had situations where they're stressing to us foul, 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 foul. So I made sure, like, after I make this free throw, I'm going to get it right this time. And then I got it wrong. I just made a simple mistake.
He'll never do it again.
I won't.
Jaden, how proud are you of this team to be able to hold off Xavier, a very tough team, the way you did? And this one tonight and the other night, you feel a turnaround in the season?
I can't explain how proud I am of us. Without Chuck and just like just fighting, man. Like, the coach is stressed for us every day. Just keep fighting, just keep fighting, just keep getting better, just keep getting better. Like, don't even worry about wins and losses. Just keep getting better. Man, I can't explain how proud I am, and yes, I do. I feel like this is a turnaround for us. I feel like we can keep this momentum going. This team has yet to, like, we have so much potential. Like, we're missing Chuck. Like, this is all without Chuck. So it's just like, I'm proud of us, man. I don't know.
Jaden, obviously, you know, down the stretch you had the basket in isolation and then had the free throws down the stretch. Just what is your mentality in those clutch moments? I mean, the free throws, a tough baskets. Just how do you just stay calm in those moments and come through when your team needs you?
I would just say just my teammates and coaches trusting me and just the work I put in. Like, I know my teammates know I can make plays. The coaches know, like, they stress to just be a basketball player, and when you're out there, just play. He gives me the most confidence to just go play. Like, so that's what it is, really. I'm just out there just playing basketball.
Coach, the majority of the game tonight, we're in a 6-man rotation. With about 3 minutes to go, you're down 4. Three of those guys had 4 fouls. How do you manage a situation like that in terms of what was the game plan if one of those guys came out? How do you come into the game with that sort of rotation plan?
You know, it sort of happened. I thought a lot of times I like to sub on the defensive side of the ball, just in terms, and I thought those guys that played that first half had a really good feel for what Xavier was trying to do, and so we kept it short there. You know, and even into the second half, I thought the defense was really connected, and that was I mean, nobody did anything wrong. It was one of those situations right there where I was trusting what these guys, you know, had the feel of what we were trying to do.
And it felt like a bit more switching on the perimeter for you guys to kind of get small guys in the paint defensively. When you go 6'4" to 6'11" in your lineup that you're starting, was that more of a priority to be able to, we can afford to switch when you're going 6'4" with Eric or 6'4" Jaden in the post defensively?
You know, they forced their hand on the switching. You know, we didn't go in the game saying we were going to switch, you know, a ton, but they sort of forced us to do that. And, you know, I looked one time and Manny left the hole and challenged a 3-point shot. I mean, his effort was incredible. You know, we had a couple block shots late in the second half on guys just contesting shots, and you know, they continue to play and play hard.
And we've talked about rebounding a lot throughout the season. 11 offensive boards for Xavier tonight, but only 4 second chance points. How much does that speak as like an effort statistic to you for your guys and how they're sticking with defensive possessions after giving up those chances?
You know, I thought, you know, Xavier got the ball inside so much, and they missed some of those shots, and you know, we were a little bit in rotations, but I thought we did a good job digging it out once they got it, and forced a couple turnovers off of that, and had a couple steals. But yeah, you know, we had some. Simas had a huge rebound with about 4 minutes to go, sort of out of his area, and he might have had a career high defensive rebounding night. And no, it was just a great team effort.
Manny, you went 9 of 10 from the field, but especially in the first half, it seemed like when you got going early that they started to trap and you were able to pass out. Just how important is it for you to establish yourself early? Because it seems like the offense really runs smoothly when you're getting touches and you're able to kind of pass out.
Well, that's kind of like our point of emphasis. Like we try to play inside and out because I am just, like starting to get going early. Like teams are starting to notice that, and coach puts faith in me to make the right play. Like when it's needed. Like when I need to go score, I need to go score. If somebody's open, everybody knows I'm going to find the open man. So that's just faith from the coaching staff, and then just confidence on my end, just to be able to make the right play.
Manny, what did you see on that last play? Get that screen and get Eric free, and then was there any doubt in your mind that ball was going to stand?
There was no doubt in my mind that the call was going to stand, but just from what I saw, it was just a great screen and a wide open lane for Eric to go finish, and the result just came out in our favor.
Who set the screen? You know?
You did? Yeah, I did.
Jaden, you mentioned playing this last stretch without Chuck, but obviously that doesn't make things easier for you. But you've been in kind of a groove more scoring the ball. How does your mindset change without him? And then when he comes back, what kind of boost does he bring to you guys with how you're playing?
Obviously Chuck's a great player, and that's like he brings a lot for us, and obviously he scores the ball very well. So just knowing like I can step into his role and just like be him. Like I don't know, but like when he comes back, I feel like we can still. I can play with Chuck. Like that's my guy. Like we can both play together and share the court. I don't really see anything changing when Chuck gets back.
When you're in a huddle there at the end during the replay, and there's 2 seconds, 2.5, and you might be ahead and you might not be ahead, what do you tell them? What are you saying?
Well, somebody told me, one of the coaches said that they can't overturn the goaltending. So I felt confident we were going to be up 2, but we were prepared. We knew we were going to run underneath out of bounds if we had to do that. Then we talked about what we wanted to do defensively, which we obviously didn't do exactly what we wanted to do on the kid's last shot. But no, from the other night's ending to this ending, what's the country song? I'm much too young to feel this damn old. Yeah. So.
As far as this team is playing, is it fair to say there's almost a desperate mode to it? And whatever it is, what's turned that on? What has pitched that down?
I don't know. I mean, I hope that they were tired of getting beat, quite honestly, and because we have challenged them to man up and play. I mean, we gotta, we've been through a heck of a stretch here. I mean, this is the second time we played 3 in 6 days, and the team that we're playing had a week to prepare for us. So this was, to me, just sort of a gut check for these guys to finish off the week. And as I said at the beginning, I could not be prouder of this basketball team.
Just so obviously you guys had the losing streak before the win streak, but what has led to these drastic swings? I mean, the team that played today, where was that team a couple weeks ago?
No idea. Honestly, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think it like I said, I just hope that this has been such an odd season with so many injuries. I mean, we talked yesterday. I mean, I've never had a team where in, out. I mean, what he gave us for a month on his leg, I don't know if he was 50-60%, but he kept playing. Where we got him healthy, and now look at him. He's playing, at another level, and hopefully we're maturing. We as a team, we watch a lot of film, and hopefully we're figuring things out.
And if you just describe it in your crunch time, we saw what the plays were, but over the last few minutes of the game, what made the difference as you look at it?
Well, I feel like all 5 guys were on the same page. I feel like we were very locked in, and like we knew just to understand like the pressure coming out of timeouts, and just understanding like what we're gonna run, where we're gonna run it, where everybody's gonna be at on the court. I feel like that's made the difference overall. We were just overall locked in.
One more thing I need to.
Coach, you put Manny and Jalen on the floor together a little bit more than we used to see. Is that specific to the Xavier matchup, or is that something you're?
Yeah, because I mean, Nunji is so good at posting and going out and making threes, and Hunter is more of the low post, and he'll flash up in the high post, but it just felt like something we could do tonight in terms of sort of matching who they were and that sort of thing. Hey, guys.
Thank you.